Thank you, Michael. And thank you, everybody here. Can you hear me okay? It sounded like a really good mic. Well, everybody knows it's a tremendous honor to have Alice Notley here with us. I'd just like to thank you again for coming, Alice. Thank you. And to hear you this afternoon was another honor. There was a wonderful, for those of you who weren't here, a wonderful interview that Ira held with Alice. And I'm so happy to have been there and heard it. I'm going to read 10 poems, and they're new to some of you. I hope to most of you. The first one is called God of Rooms, and it's for Paul Celan. God of rooms, of this room made of taken away papers and books, of removal, this single room made of taken away, empty now, God of empty rooms, God of one unable to speak, God of turned over boats in the wind, God of boat and mouth and ear. Listen to someone, be of you, needful to someone. This one's called Shirt in Heaven. Peter Schumann, the Bread and Puppets artist, has in his calendar for this year, one of the months, I forget which one it is, a wonderful picture of a red shirt in heaven with blue sky and white clouds and this red shirt. It's called Shirt in Heaven. Come upon a snapshot of secret you, smiling like FDR, leaning on your crutches. Come upon letters I thought I'd burned. Quote, I suppose you've got a place with lots of stairs. I'm at the end of something, you're at the beginning. I'd be rich, I'd get you an elevator, a rare old smoky one. I was at the beginning, so I was the oldest. A looking away cage that opens at your touch. Dearest, they told me a surgeon sat down in the hospital morgue next to your body and cried. He yelled at the aide to get out. His 2 sons had been your students. Me too, little knowing it. This is called, it doesn't have a title, A Leaf, a Shadow Hand is the first line. A leaf, a shadow hand blows over my head from outside time. Now and then, this time of year, September, this happens, it's well known. A soul locked away inside, not knowing anyone, walking around, but inside. I was like this once, and you, whose shadow hand, kindness, just now blew over my head again. You said, don't ever think you're a monster. This title is the beginning of the poem. You rope that pulls them where they do not go. Horse running sideways on only water. No school, no teacher. Fire made out of fire. Poison houses. Children in a rough line holding onto a rope. A man with a cell phone pulling the rope. The reception breaking up. The man had to leave the books behind, leave night behind. I know you don't use words there. Sleepwalking, a word scrap. Daywalking, my redeemed. I'm lifting something very light, a blanket. Outside the window, you're lifting something very heavy. Pat the rope then, chew the rope apart. I know you don't have teeth there. I know you don't have hands there. Well, this has a quote at the top. It doesn't have a title, but the quote at the top is from Shackleton's diary. The ship is slowly giving up her sentient life. I cannot write about it. Next to where their ship went down, they pitched their linen tents. You, mountain climbing, wearing your dead father's flight jacket. My scalp is alive, love touched it. My eyes are open water, yours too. Sitting in the dark Baltimore bar, drinking Coke with you, with your inoperable cancer, with your meds. No tent, no care what we look like, what we say. Later that night, in my room, looking into the mirror, to tell the truth, I looked right through into nothing. I was loved. The helicopter. The helicopter, a sort of controlled silver leaf, dropped lightly into the clearing. The searchlight swung. The little girl was crying. Her mother, a girl herself, was giving birth. The forest dropped bird seeds of milk. Then the helicopter lifted away. The mother rested. Like him who came to us empty-handed, who came, it seemed, with nothing. Joseph Cornell, making a shoebox universe to put it all in. When I lost my courage, his hand takes after me with a knife. His blanked out eye looks out, sharp, and does not like what it sees. Cunt. After everything there, the tall Marys, most dearest cunts, and little Keats rested in with me under the breach of the lamplight, until day came and the day driver. When I lost my courage and my thought, God still sat sewing by the window. I threw myself to everywhere, the harbors, everywhere, the poets and painters were. He robbing his wife and child, art wasn't worth it. The dancers, misunderstandings, higher, deeper, colder, but beauty. But the lovers curtained Dutch beds, over and over, sewn together and torn again. Still I threw myself to it. Still I lost my courage and my life under mercy. Still sewing God, no regret. This is called Bury Your Money. Now there's the money. Great captivities tap in our sleep. But we made a promise, God and us, to meet in another life when we both could want it. If only one of us wanted, that would be enough. We made a promise to be naked, though great famines bury the ear and the mouth, though captivities cut parts away, or swell, or sap them. We made a promise to be naked. John Cage said, music is permanent, only listening is intermittent. And this is one that's for the same anthology that Ellen, that Ellen wrote a poem for. The one where you use the last words of lines. I took the last line of a poem by Reginald Shepard, and his line was, "There's never enough world for you." I saw it, there's the bright snow. It's never going to be enough for this intimate world. Never enough for the third strange angel, you. And this is the last little poem. Even at night, in the orchard, everybody gone, there's always the dark. 3 round bales of hay lying next to each other, buffaloes in the dark. Everybody's got somebody, or God, or the silence. It's unresolved, but okay. I saw my dear one twice before you died. Thank you.